Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy. My name is Chris Adams. I am here with Joseph P. Larkin, and it looks like you have a friend with you on your lap.
I do. I have my cat with me today. Dee Dee's here.
Oh, is that Dee Dee? So you have Dee Dee, and what's your other cat's name?
The other cat's CJ, and right now he would normally be shitting on the couch, but instead he's sleeping on it because I was so frustrated. I threw a stupid fucking cat tree on it, and then I threw almost an entire drum set over on top of it. I piled it all up, and then the day, like I'm talking about the morning after I stuck that shit up there, he started sleeping inside the trash on top of the couch. And yeah, like he left it earlier to eat, and he came up here, took a shit in the litter box, and went back down into his little fort. So I don't, this is a lesson for all you cat owners out there. If you have, a cat misbehaving, you have to get creative. Like, you have to get real fucking creative with these bastards. But anyway, hey man, Chris, I'm in a fucking great mood because I hadn't been hiking very much this summer because it was super hot and I'm a lazy piece of shit. And also my dumb fucking ass was smoking weed. I smoked like, I don't know, 7 joints or something in the last couple months, which to you guys is like, what big deal? But to me, I was like, I think I'm going to die. My blood circulation hurts. I can't believe, because I felt like I had it cured. And then I was like, well, I got to have a couple joints. And it's like, nah, you can't smoke anything anymore, Mr. Joseph. But, I feel like I'm being held hostage here in California, Southern California, because the weather is so nice and the nature preserves are so nice. And I hate everyone who lives here, but I won't move. In fact, I'll just leave. I won't leave California. I'll just leave LA. You know what I mean? I'm just going to move to the mountains or something, to the woods.
Right.
But anyway, so I started exploring this new nature preserve near my house. So I was so out of shape, dude, that I went into this nature preserve the other day, and I had to walk up a really steep hill to get back to my car, and I fucking threw up multiple times. And the best part is, while I was barfing, some jackass was flying a fucking drone and got it all on tape. So there's footage of me on the sidewalk on my hands and knees barfing. And then also occasionally going, fuck you! Fuck you!
To everybody else, you just look like a crazy person.
Dude, without a doubt, because I was lying down on my back on the fucking sidewalk at certain points, and I was like, I just look homeless. Yeah. I was like, I'm sick and no one's going to help me, but I just look homeless.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm trying to get my fucking, strength back up or whatever, trying to get my blood, working the way it's supposed to. Yeah. And so I went there today and I saw a fucking coyote. It was so cool. And I took a bunch of pictures of him, and the pictures where he was close up to me, he was making a face like, fuck you, get away from me and stop taking my picture. And then I took some pictures from when he ran off. And then when I looked at the pictures on my computer just now, he was taking a shit. I would have pictures of a coyote shitting. So that's why I love hiking, dude. I like nature. I like seeing the animals. And this particular hiking spot is kind of interesting because it's the only place I've been in California. I'm talking the whole state of California, where people at the hiking spot will talk to you and say hi. Wow. That happens so rarely. Yeah. And like, I'm talking like, it was a total like motley crew. Like there was 2 black chicks that started chatting me up when I was there yesterday. This is pretty funny. Oh, this is a great. This is why I brought it up. Okay. I wanted to give you to my single men out there, my single friends. You got to get a camera, a decent camera. Mine was probably 300 to 500 because I'm cheap. Just get the fucking thing right before it gets discontinued, like I did. But if you have a semi-nice camera, dude, women will strike up conversations with you. It happens to me all the time. It happened to me when I was in Vegas at the concert. The lady next to me just started talking to me, and I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'll talk to you. Yeah. You're a girl. And then yesterday when I was at that park, this is so funny to me. This woman was just sitting in her car, and I guess she was super drunk or maybe pill high. She must have drunk drove to go watch the sunset at the park because she started chatting me up, and I was like, "Ooh, she's kind of cute." And then when she started talking to me, I was like, "Oh, she's fucking sloshed right now." This is how she started her conversation. She goes, "So does the sunset always look this pretty?"
Oh man,
women have no game. And I gotta tell you, fellas, if I had been on top of my game, I would have fucking tried to go home with her because she was already fucking drunk. What the fuck? That's easy pickings.
yeah.
But I'm really am serious about this. They like the camera for a million different reasons. Number one, every girl likes her picture taken, all of them. And if you have a nice camera, they sure as fuck want you to take a picture with it so that they can have a nice photo to post on their fucking Instagram or whatever.
Right.
That's one. Number two, it shows that you have some money. Okay, you're not a millionaire, but you at least have $300 for a fucking camera. I know lots of people that don't have that kind of money, so that's cool. And then it's an icebreaker. Girls want to talk to you. They have no fucking idea what to talk about.
Right.
Like I said, that bitch wanted to talk about the sunset. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Okay.
They got no game at all. So you got to give them a reason to talk to you. So with me, they so many people just start chatting me up about the camera. Then they ask the dumbest questions. Did you get any good shots? Like, fuck you. I don't know. I haven't looked at them yet.
You have to take it back to Lightroom and then download everything and then mess with the contrast, saturation.
And by the way, it's still easy as fuck. I don't do any of that stuff. If I can't produce the effects I want in the camera, I fucking delete it. I have a gigantic file that's called needs Photoshop. And so if the photo's really good and I'll clean it up like when I'm on my deathbed or some shit, or I'll pay someone to clean it up because I'm not going to Photoshop that shit. Right. I like to have the effects in the actual camera because the camera does wonders once you figure out how to use the thing. I don't know. And it's the way I feel about movies too. I hate fucking CGI. I like it when there's practical effects and they can do certain effects in the camera. So anyway,
I wanted to talk about a certain movie. Let's see if I saw this movie that's coming out. It's a newer movie. I think we talked about it.
You're Marlon Brando.
Oh, you saw this?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna see it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I haven't seen this yet, but like, I actually am interested in this film. This is called Waltzing with Brando, and it's coming out like it just came out. It came out like on the 19th.
It's already out.
Yeah, and I like Billy Zane. I think he's a good actor. He was great in Back to the Future as one of the thugs.
Yeah, he was called 3D, I think.
Yeah, because he wore the 3D glasses and stuff.
Yes, it was such a great touch. And motherfuckers in the 50s were doing shit like that.
Yeah.
They were the hipsters of the 50s, dude.
Yeah.
Wearing the 3D glasses outside of the movie theater.
So he's great in Tombstone. Like,
he's obviously good in the fucking Titanic. That's his fucking. Right. I never understood why he didn't have a career after that, because he was the best part of that fucking movie, if you ask me. Everything about, dude, I think that movie sucks. The CGI in that movie in particular is fucking terrible. It's hard to watch. The good part of the movie is impossible to sit through. I don't know.
And the what's her name's the villain. I mean, I don't need to do that as a joke, but because it's already been done great by Owen Benjamin, where he talks about how he does a song about how she's really the villain because she like screws over her husband to think about a guy that she slept with once.
She screws up with the future of
her family as well.
It's not even. Yeah, she destroys the financial independence of her family, but also that could have been some nice jewelry to put in a fucking museum that everyone could have enjoyed. Everyone could have enjoyed that piece of jewelry. And she was like, fuck it. But it's the perfect metaphor for what women are like. Yeah. I raised several children with my husband. He was a great man, but I only care about this dude I fucked one time 100 years ago. The whole time I was raising my children, I was thinking, why isn't Jack here? Where's Jack? Where's the homeless Irish bum? Like, you motherfuckers think you hate the Irish now? Try 100 years ago, okay? There's a reason why the phrase paddy wagon came into vogue, okay? It's such a funny movie. I bet women love the Irish, actually. I've been thinking about this because my dad, he scored a hot babe. My sister sent me a picture of my mom when she was in high school. I was like, fuck, I can't believe it. How did this beautiful woman produce so many ugly children? What happened? So he totally was fucking out of his league. I fuck out of my own league for the most part. There's been very few fat women in my discography, or women that are just not cool or attractive. I don't know. I'm a bit of a shallow piece of shit, so I've rejected all kinds of women, actually. And in college, a female bodybuilder had a fucking crush on me. You want to talk about opposites attract? Yeah. I was in art school, miss. We're not going to have much to talk about.
Yeah.
But actually, that's the biggest regret in my life, that I didn't lose my virginity to a female bodybuilder just for this story. I would have told everyone she held me down to rape me or something. She didn't listen when I said no. Shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's talk about this movie real quick, because people should hear, or at least see and hear, how he does as Brando, because I think he looks like him personally.
He looks really good as him, but
Roars? Matt, you're not one of those uptight LA architects, are you?
doesn't sound like him.
It's just a little bit off, but I see what he's trying to do. Also, that's Napoleon Dynamite, by the way, folks. If you forgot who that was.
Oh, cool. I actually like him as I don't know about it as an actor, but like he seems like he's a cool dude, and he's been out of Hollywood forever.
I watched that movie with him and Billy Bob Thornton one time. I think it's called School for Scoundrels or something.
Okay.
That it's actually kind of great. It's actually kind of a cool movie in a weird way. Anyway.
Yeah.
But Napoleon Dynamite, it might be the only movie I've ever walked out of the theater that I paid to watch. And by the way, it was at the Dollar Theater. Okay, I didn't pay much to watch it. But I got through probably about 45 minutes before I was like, I'm not going to fucking watch the rest of this fucking shit ever. And I never did.
It's one of those movies where you have to wait. The end kind of makes everything worth the weirdness throughout. Or it doesn't, and you're just like you, and you hate it, and that's okay too. You know what?
Well, let me put it. It seems like a kind of movie that Tim Heidecker would direct. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Far away from those suckers in Hollywood.
What do you want of me?
He looks just like him.
Yeah, and actually, Francis Ford Coppola looked like him too.
Yeah.
No potable water or food source or electricity.
Yes, I do.
He doesn't quite sound like him, but maybe.
It's close. It's close, but it is kind of weird.
I want to build the hotel right here.
Wait, hotel? What hotel?
I see.
I can create a highly detailed map. I don't care.
Yeah, I see the Napoleon Dynamite-ness of him right now.
Yeah, actually, I was going to give him props because I didn't recognize him when I first watched the trailer. First time, I mean. Yeah, I'll give him his props. I'll give you props, Napoleon.
I don't know.
You did a dynamite job on this movie, John Heater.
I don't know if I want to watch too much of this, because here's the problem with trailers today. They get well, actually, it's not just today. I think they always did this. They give away the whole movie in the trailer.
Yeah, they basically tell you the whole fucking plot. It really bothers me, actually.
Yeah.
At least it tells you the structure of it. Yeah, I don't want to watch the trailer either. But I appreciate that this exists. This is definitely a movie that I would watch on Amazon Prime, a la School for Scoundrels.
Right.
I will not leave my house to watch this movie, but I'll watch it at home with my cat in my lap.
Right. Oh, that's another thing. hopefully soon. I'm trying to get ready for him, but there's a cat that someone was found in a gutter that a comic friend of mine found, and they already have a bunch of cats. So I'll be getting a cat hopefully soon. And if that doesn't work out because they might have already found him a home somewhere else, I'm gonna at least, because I'm preparing for cats anyway, go to a shelter and get two.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you're going to get an orange cat and you're going to call it Trump, right? Or Donald?
I was gonna call it George Carlin, and if I got a black cat, Richard Pryor, or a female cat, I would call Joan Rivers, or Wanda Sykes.
No, fuck Wanda Sykes. It's all about Joan Rivers, man. I rewatched The Piece of Work, the documentary about Joan Rivers. That's if you're a comedian, that's a very inspiring movie, and I watch it every couple years. And it always stands up. And I watched the commentary track too. Okay, damn, cool. Joan Rivers was one funny fucking bitch. And this is what she said on the commentary track when they were watching the part where she was on the Celebrity Apprentice. She goes, I only did Celebrity Apprentice because I thought Paul Newman would be there. I thought that was so funny. And I wanted to bring up Paul Newman too, because, Paul Newman and Marlon Brando fucked when they were young. I guess both those dudes are bisexual. And I got to say, man, this is part of the reason why I'm not bisexual, is because literally no one as handsome as Marlon Brando or Paul Newman has ever hit on me. It's always Tony Hinchcliffe. You know what I'm saying? It's never someone like Brando in his prime. Right. Get out of here. Like, come on. Like, I'm against homosexuality. I think it's against God's will, but he might look the other way when someone as beautiful as Paul Newman is butt fucking someone as beautiful as Marlon Brando. In fact, I bet they were classy and they never did stuff like that. They probably just jerked off together or something like that.
Hopefully, yeah.
But it's kind of funny if you watch really early Paul Newman movies, he's a total Brando knockoff, especially this movie called Somebody Up There Likes Me. In fact, I would argue that it was probably Cool Hand Luke where he broke out of that mold and started just being himself, which PS, I watched that again and I feel bad because you made so many great points on the last episode, which I did not. I mean, I must have been in a fucking daze or something, which I didn't respond to any of it. But you were talking specifically about the background actors. And when I was watching it the second time, I was like, damn, Chris really had a point there, because Joe Don Baker, rest in peace, he just died recently. Joe Don Baker is in that movie. I believe it's Dennis Hopper's first movie, and I believe it's also Harry Dean Stanton's first movie. So yeah, everybody, even in the background, all those guys had characters. They all had names. They were all characters, and they weren't just standing in the background. They were real actors. That's why it's such an authentic looking movie, because everyone in there is on top of it.
Right. I will say it was hard to talk to you last week. I was like trying to give you stuff, and I was like,
I couldn't tell you because I was rewatching. I was like, what's going on there, dude? I was like, are you hypnotized by something? It makes me wonder if something was going on outside during the recording or something that was distracting me.
Most likely. But again, Cool Hand Luke, one of the greatest movies of all time. Top, I don't know where I'd put it in the top 10, maybe 3.
Dude, it's got to be in the top 3, because it's got 100% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which literally never happens. There's no movie that literally everyone likes. I don't know anyone that doesn't like that movie. I mean, get out of here. Everyone fucking loves that movie. It's a movie that you experience with your father, your family members. Yeah. If you date a guy like me, I force you to watch it. I was thinking, because I also watched that movie Shane, because it just came on TV like a miracle or something like that. And I got to watch the last half of it again. God damn it, that's a fucking great movie. That's a movie I definitely forced on one of my first girlfriend for sure. Because she used to go to this school called she went to Indiana University. I lived in Indiana for a time.
Oh,
and for a year. Yeah, I've lived everywhere, dude. Every shitty place you can think of, I've been there. I put down roots. But I would force her every Saturday to go to the library so we could watch Westerns on Laserdisc, because I thought it was cool that they had a Laserdisc player. Even though this was like 2000, that's still impressive as shit.
Yeah.
Because by then they should be gone. I mean, I'd love to buy a Laserdisc player, because there's a bunch of movies that never got released on anything but Laserdisc. But it's pretty hard to find these things in still working order. You have to find someone that just left it in a box in their storage space or some shit like that.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, that's it's funny. I'm sure that to my ex-girlfriend, that's the worst time of her entire life, and yet I look back on it so fondly. Like she was like that cheap motherfucker. We wouldn't even buy a fucking DVD player. We would just go watch. We watched the Rushmore DVD at the fucking library. That was the lowest time of her entire life because she like what a bitch. I've dated 2 women that had massive trust funds, I'm pretty sure, and they did not share a fucking dime with me. Because when I first dated her, she was like, my dad's the cook at a Japanese steak restaurant. And then come to find out her fucking dad owned the Japanese steak restaurant. I looked up her hometown one day on Wikipedia. It's like where Tony Soprano lives. She was from New Jersey.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was dude, she lived in like one of those fucking extremely expensive suburbs where like the Gilmore Girls will pop up every so often. They're just driving through or something. Basically the New Jersey version of the Connecticut Gilmore Girls was what she was.
Right. She just told you that her dad worked there because she didn't want to share any of the potential future of the restaurant.
You gotcha. And of course, I didn't tell her that I had money in the bank either.
Yeah,
I ain't poor, bitch. Look at all this. All of this could have been yours. Actually, I bet she actually lusts after this room because of all those CDs.
Mm-hmm.
When my second girlfriend and I broke up, she said, I wish I had appreciated that you had so many records.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had appreciated that. It's like living in a library. She said. She had all these CDs, and the only one she ever pulled out was They Might Be Giants.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. When I was in junior high school, They Might Be Giants was my favorite band. But I'm a grown-ass man. I listen to other shit now, too.
Yeah.
And I wanted a girlfriend that listened to cool music, too. I didn't want to, I don't know. Whatever. If you're watching this, you're my disappointment, okay?
Well,
you disappointed me.
On top of that, besides movies, I've also gotten into Boardwalk Empire because
cool.
I think I stopped on the second season when during its original run because like I got pissed off that they killed off the spoiler alert, Jimmy Darmody. Which
it doesn't matter. That guy, well, he was a huge drug addict.
Yeah.
So and I think he still is. So they had to kick him off the show. It's a real what a fuck up because he was the main character of the show.
Yeah.
And it followed him and he was totally fucking charismatic. I mean, I don't want to fucking look at Steve Buscemi. I want to look at this fucking beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy, man.
Right.
Look at this fucking ghoul. Yes, look at this beautiful guy. Look at this fucking ghoul.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I mean, I love Steve Buscemi, but he's definitely he's not the star of a show. He's always got to be the side character, like Tony B.
Yeah.
He's great as Tony B. He's not great as the star.
Although I like what you were saying when we talked about it, where you were saying how it was cool that they had real life gangsters mixed in with this fictional story.
It's fun, yeah, and they actually stuck pretty close to the reality of what happened to those guys.
Yeah.
In real life. And I also thought it was fun that they stopped it before what's his face gets killed, Babyface Nelson.
Oh, right.
That's what happened. That's what happened to him in real life.
Yeah. He died during one of his robberies, or like a police shootout, basically. But yeah, even the guy who plays Al Capone in that show, what's his name?
Oh, I meant to say Al Capone. Al Capone goes to jail in this, right?
In real life, yeah.
Oh yeah, so Babyface, he's the one that has a deaf child or something in the show. I haven't seen this in like 10 years, so you have to help
Al
me here.
Capone is the one that has a deaf child.
Okay.
Because they make a big deal out of it in like the first or second episode. I forget which one. It's Jimmy meets him, and he's like he's like a soldier for one of these guys, and then the main guy of Chicago, Calissimo, gets killed, which he does in real life. He got killed in his restaurant, basically. So you're right. They stick perfectly to the some of the reality, and then they fictionalize the other. And the guy that Steve Buscemi's character is based on is Nucky Johnson, not Thompson, yeah.
That's cool.
But he was a
you know,
real guy.
Well, what season are you on?
I just finished the first. I'm about to restart the second, so I've forgotten most of what happens in the second.
Cool.
But I do remember that it gets really good, and then it ends in a way that kind of pissed me off in the original run. But I'm gonna power through and actually watch the show this time because I hear there's a couple, like a season where it's kind of bad, but then it ends really good.
Yeah, I mean, I personally love the last season. I think a lot of people don't like it because it's way different from the rest of the series. It's basically like their version of Godfather 2. It's fucking great, but it explains the motivations of all the characters in the earlier seasons. Where a lot of times I was like, I don't understand, why is this guy fucking his mom and stuff like that. It's like, what the hell's going on here? And I like I told you, I really like that Dabney Coleman character, and they explained, okay, this is how he basically, you know, wormed his way into Nucky's life and all these other people's lives. I like that show. It's really fun. It's obviously not as good as something like The Sopranos or even the first 2 seasons of True Detective, but man, it's pretty much a fucking, you know, it's entertaining. It's fun to watch. And whenever you get to the last season, I'm gonna watch it with you because I would like to watch it again. It's the only season I've rewatched, to be honest with you. It's the only one I want to rewatch.
Okay. Do you have it on DVD or something?
I think I do. At some point, there was a CD store in Evanston. Oh, sorry, Evanston. That's in Chicago.
Okay.
In Sherman Oaks, when I lived in Sherman Oaks, there was a used CD store that went out of business, and I bought a fuck ton of DVDs that I didn't have because they were like $5. And I know I had the final season of Boardwalk Empire and the first season, but I do not know about the stuff in between. So maybe that's why I never rewatched any of it before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually find it very satisfying the way the characters die. Or sorry, they end in the last season. Because this is one of those TV shows where they're like, hey, this is the last season. Fuck all the characters. They're all going to die. Kind of like The Sopranos. It's like, fuck it. Everyone dies now.
Well, if you know anything about mob entertainment media, it never ends well because in real life, none of them escape. Only 2, I think, in the history of the whole mob have ever been able to live to old age where they weren't in prison or they weren't dead.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the end of the last season of The Sopranos. He's either going to jail or he's going to hell. There's no in between. He's definitely not going to be doing any more mobster stuff. And quite frankly, he doesn't have any fucking friends anymore. So we don't even, why even have any more of The Sopranos? It's like who even fucking cares what happens to him after the last season? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the perfect run, that show, the perfect ending. And it's funny because people only complain about 2 episodes in the entire fucking series. Maybe 3. Columbus, A Hit is a Hit, and it's not even the whole episode. The one episode where the woman does the JFK song thing.
Oh, right.
But I get frustrated with people when I read their thoughts on the internet because it's like, you're supposed to cringe at that. That's supposed to be cringy and lame. Did you get it? Because, you know, Tony worshipped his father and then he met his father's Gumar and his father's Gumar was fucking retarded. And he was like, oh my God, my dad was retarded too. I idolized a retard. At the same time, he must have understood his father better because his mom was such a monster that of course he wanted to date a retard. Like, I don't want to be around someone who yells at me all the time. I want to be around somebody who shuts up or just says quirky shit all the time instead.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing about that's what The Sopranos understood, I think. And I actually like the Columbus episode. I don't know why people don't like that. I
love it. They're making a total commentary on political correctness. It's great.
Right.
It's totally fucking great. But that's the whole point, is that their weakest show is still better than every other fucking TV show on TV. Like, it's not even up for debate. Please.
Right. Yeah. In this house, Christopher Columbus is a hero.
And this house, Adolf Hitler is a hero. That's what I say in my house.
To your cats.
Oh, they know. They're the only blacks I like. Did you see how respectful I was, even of my cat's privacy? I just let you guys see the tail, but not the whole thing.
Right.
I don't understand why people don't treasure their privacy in the modern age. Because I was ranting about my neighbor going outside talking very loudly on his phone, and it's like, why do you want me to listen?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was listening, brother. I listen to every conversation I hear. What do you think? I'm not gonna listen?
Right.
You might say something important.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good time not to speak English. I know you don't speak English. Why are you speaking English when you're on the phone all of a sudden?
Right.
Get a fucking clue.
Well, speaking of not your neighbors, but and I know you had Antifa neighbors, or maybe do.
Antifa, I do have them. It's just about because I'm about to fucking light their asses up. If this is real that Donald Trump has declared Antifa a terrorist organization, my neighbors are fucked.
Right.
They're fucked because I already have evidence of them stalking me. For fuck's sake. I love it. They use their fucking Antifa tactics on just anybody, any old fucking retard. Hey, just so we're all on the same page here, I'm a retard. I'm not a threat to anybody. I do not vote. I don't own a gun. I'm not politically motivated in any fucking way, and I never will be.
Right.
Relax. Just fucking relax already about me, Antifa. Get out of my fucking face, man.
Well,
dude, they're such annoying fuckheads.
Yeah.
I hate them. If I had a mom and dad that paid my rent and I had money and I had fucking 3 motorcycles in my garage, I wouldn't be worrying about some jackass who lives across the alleyway.
Mm-mm.
God damn it.
I just wanted to show you.
What kind of shit is this?
Yeah. I just
I'm sorry. I get a little heated about the fact that my privacy gets violated every goddamn day. Dude, these Antifa people have 2 cameras pointed into my windows. I have one in my fucking kitchen, one pointed into this room right now. And then on the other side of my house, my next door neighbor over here has a fucking camera pointed into my yard. My yard. Okay, I live in the fucking I live in the ghetto. We don't really have a yard, but you know what I mean, my yard area, my square.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I go out there and I watch he's so dumb that he doesn't hide the fact that the camera comes on. There's a little blue dot that comes on. I know you're filming me because I'm in my yard and the fucking light came on. That shouldn't be possible for a security camera pointed at the fucking street or the sidewalk. You scumbag fuck. And if you don't think this is going to come out in the wash at some point, you're wrong. Fucking filming into my fucking yard. Fuck you. My Ring cameras are pointed at the alleyway so that I can catch homeless people flashing their tits and your license plate. I'm not fucking filming in your window or in your fucking yard. In fact, I don't give a fuck about your boring ass. As if I would waste time looking through photos and videos I made of your ugly faggot ass.
Mm-hmm.
I wish your father could see you right now. I forgot to tell you that anecdote, Chris. That was how we were supposed to start the podcast off. Let me tell you guys a quick anecdote, and this is the thing that you should say to homeless people too.
All right.
So there's a McDonald's by my house, and I was walking by it, and some fucking homeless jackass, he built a tent. He pitched a tent on the sidewalk directly in front of McDonald's so no one could pass. And he was lying there, and he cracked open a tall boy. And then when he saw me coming up, he goes, ah, like that. And I looked him dead in the eyes, and I said, I wish your father could see you right now. And he goes, I'm sorry. Dude, if you saw the look on his face when I brought up his father, the light went out of his eyes. He went, I'm sorry. This is what you say to these fucking losers. I did it today on YouTube. I wish your father could see you right now. Posting on our YouTube page about Shane Gillis. You fucking faggots. Imagine defending Shane Gillis. What I actually said was, your father would be ashamed of you for worshiping a millionaire instead of going out and getting the bag for yourself. Bitch, what are you doing? I never understood these guys that listen to other comedy. I make my own fucking jokes. What the fuck? You can't make your own fun, you retard?
Most people can't. Yeah.
And then they get so worked up. And by the way, some people left like 8 comments on Chris's page today. And I went and read and responded to every goddamn one of them because it's like, we didn't say anything about Shane Gillis. All I said at the top of the clip was modern comedy is really terrible. And then you just named some modern comedians. We didn't even fucking say shit about them.
The worst. The worst I
How
said.
how could you be so sensitive?
Yeah. The worst I said was he was just okay. I didn't even say he was bad. I was like, he's just average, you know, kind of like mid-level to me. Like on the level of great comics.
Yeah, he's not anywhere near a great comic.
No.
He's not a great anything. But the funny thing is that one of the comments got so irritated by the other comments, he jumped in and said, I agree with the video. He's just okay.
Yeah, that guy got it. I wasn't even saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's just pretty mediocre. Like,
dude, I need to understand the psychology of the average man right now.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're going to pay like $200 to go watch a video screen in a stadium or arena of a fat guy talk about how he's retarded or something. Because isn't that what he does? He talks about how he has a retarded son or something. I don't know what he talks about. But he looks like he has Down syndrome and he talks about that.
Yes.
So
that's
you have Down syndrome if you go watch that. I can't understand. Dude, I skipped going to see Mike Watt because it was too far a drive to Pedro, and that's only like an hour away, and it would have been a $5 show.
Yeah.
You need to explain to me why you would drive like 2 hours to the fucking arena that's nowhere near your fucking town because they're never in town.
Right.
There's like 2 of them that are actually in town. They're always on the outskirts of town in the fucking ghetto to go watch this guy on the jumbo screen because you can't see him.
No.
He's a fucking mile away. You can't take any pictures. You can't even hear him in real time because it's echoing.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the fucking point of this? I don't understand this. Like that fucking faggot Tony bragging about Kill Tony's going to be in a stadium or a Madison Square Garden. Why would I want to watch a fucking open mic in a fucking arena?
Yeah.
Get a fucking clue, man. That's shit. I can't even imagine. Why would you be proud of that? What you should be proud of is selling out like 10 nights at a 2,000 seat theater, because that's impressive to me that people would be willing to go to see you there. And also you'd put on a better fucking show because people could enjoy it because they could see you and hear you in real time. Fuck this shit. Everything that they say that we should be clamoring for and I should be stabbing you in the back for is garbage and shit. I'm telling you guys, the best shows I've ever done were literally in someone's backyard in front of 20 people, or they were in the fucking OR or the main room, or excuse me, not even the main room. The main room's too big for me at the Comedy Store. It's 200 people. That I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I like the belly room because it's small. There's only like 75 people in there.
I love that room.
And I like the OR, which is like 100 people or something like that. I like to see your dumb, ugly faces. I even say this on stage when I'm in these rooms. I'm like, damn, I love to see your ugly faces. I like them. I like seeing you smile in a creepy, demented way. I'm like the guy in the Silence of the Lambs or something. I just enjoy seeing you guys. And I'll never do any of these fucking stadiums. Not that anyone will ask me to do them. It's not going to be a problem. But if they did, I'd say no. I can't even, unless they offered a lot of money. I guess I'd say yes to that. But I'm telling you guys, comedy only works in very specific places, in little small rooms that are super packed and cold and dark.
Yes.
Okay. It's the only place it works. It never works when there's a punk rock band on the bill. Never. Let me tell you, I've opened for punk rock bands. It never, ever works. You will always bomb. So that doesn't work. Arenas don't work. Stadiums don't work.
Right. It's a bad experience.
You need intimacy. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, like, think about it this way. If Rage Against the Machine was playing your friend's backyard or the Forum, which one would you want to go to? I'm going to your friend's backyard, bro.
Absolutely. And I'll say this because, like, I happen to work for Stadium Acts. You know, that's my day job is comedy, Stadium Acts, and there's something that's missing, and it's so much better to see those same acts in, like you said, a 2,000 seat theater. It's so much more intimate, so much better.
Bro, I saw Fluffy in the main room. That's 200 people. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Fluffy fan. In fact, that's the only time I ever saw him do comedy or even watched it. I never even watched it on TV. But man, I was so fucking. I mean, I used to go. I mean, it seems shocking to hear this now, but I used to go watch comedy a lot because I could do it for free. So what the fuck? I was already at the Comedy Store. I'll go fucking watch this shit. And so I watched Fluffy, and I was so fucking impressed. I was impressed by his turnout. It was a totally multicultural crowd. I would have thought it was all Mexicans. No. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. Everyone was laughing. He crushed. And he did something I'll never do in a million years. He went to the door and shook everyone's hand on the way out. I was shocked. I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
I would never do that. Folks, you will never touch me in any fucking way. In fact, this is why I like stand-up. I get to be on the stage far away from you and say what I want without hearing your reply. It's perfect.
Yeah. Almost like this, except people think that they have their opinions matter or something. That's the only problem with this is they'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, I didn't.
You mean on YouTube later? I don't give a fuck. In fact, if you hadn't said something, I never would even looked at those comments. That's how much I give a fuck about your opinions, people. Your feedback is fucking meaningless. This is what I always say, because sometimes they have these open mics where they give you feedback, where the fucking booker tries to give you feedback. I always say this. I say, listen, your lack of laughter is all the feedback I will ever need. If you laugh, the joke works. If you didn't laugh, I'm gonna retool it or throw it out. The end. I don't fucking need any feedback. I fucking know. I need the feedback from the, pushing my microphone. Pushing my microphone into the fucking, the PA. That's the feedback I like, and making all of your ears bleed. I love love using feedback when I'm on stage, like pretending I'm in the Butthole Surfers or some shit. Anywho,
but back to this Antifa thing, because this is
Antifa.
Antifa.
I actually don't know how to pronounce it. You might be right.
I don't know. I never cared to learn, but these are the people that you're fighting against.
Nancy Mace's office, I can help you.
Hi, I had seen that Trump declared Antifa a terrorist organization. And just so you know, what Antifa is just anti-fascism. That's all it is. People that are anti-fascist. So if he's declaring that a terrorist organization, what do you think, logically speaking, that makes you?
Sir, I would direct your comments toward the Trump White House.
Well, I'm gonna direct him to you too, because you're working for the representative, and this is also directed towards the representative. You're working for her, and she seems to be in pretty lockstep with the White House. The only thing that she seems to be going against the White House on is releasing the Epstein files. That's the only thing it seems she's going against him on. So logically speaking, what does that make you if Trump is calling a group of people that are just anti-fascist?
Continue to try to attempt to call me a fascist.
Oh, it's not an attempt. I'm calling you a fascist. I am calling you a fascist, and I'm calling the Congresswoman a fascist. I am 100% calling you a fascist, just like Trump is calling you a fascist. Trump is declaring himself a fascist. So now that you know that you're a fascist, and you got it through your brain, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue working for the fascist regime, or are you going to quit?
Did you hear them laugh at him?
That's a question. Are you going to continue working for the...
I can't believe he's still listening to this bullshit. I would have hung up immediately. Why are we giving these people a voice? Some people should be silenced.
Yeah.
They should just be silent in general. I don't know if I should silence you, but you need to shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're retarded. And you're ugly. I'm so tired of hearing ugly people's opinions. Your opinion doesn't matter. You're ugly. Look at this dysgenic freak. He looks like he came out of a fucking test tube. What is this fucking thing? Why should I have to fucking listen to this? And why do I have to live across the alleyway from these ugly fuckers? These ugly fuckers that go out in that fucking alleyway and make me look at them. Yeah. God damn you. I don't want to look at your ugly fucking face.
Do they look like that?
Fuck you. 100 goddamn fucking percent. It's always the same. They try to grow a scraggly beard, but they can't fucking grow facial hair because they don't have any fucking testosterone. You're taking the wrong supplements. No hormones for you. Get some fucking testosterone in your system, buddy. You can't grow facial hair. They have the patchy fucking facial hair, the patchy fucking head on the hair on their head because they're going fucking bald, but for some reason they still want to have long hair. What is going on here? What is going on here, you fucking ugly freak? And also, he doesn't understand that you're acting like a fascist. That's why you're called a terrorist organization. Putting a camera in your kitchen so you can film me in my kitchen is the definition of fucking fascism. You're violating my fucking rights to exist. I can't go into my fucking... Dude, I can't open my window right now, okay? Fuck this. I should just sit around in fucking darkness because some fucking ugly freak doesn't think I voted for the right person. You don't even know who I voted for. This is another frustration I have, is they have an entire fantasy storybook in their head of who I am when they've never spoken to me. Also, if you're watching this podcast or reading my Twitter and thinking this is what I also feel, it's a comedy show, dipshit. I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating for effect so you'll laugh. I'm not like this during the fucking day walking around on the street. When I was hiking today and I was talking to those black people, do you think I called anyone a faggot? No. This is comedy. It's not real. Comedy is this. A joke is this. A joke is a lie that reveals a deeper truth. So if you can't understand that this is a joke, then don't fuck with me. Don't watch the podcast. Don't watch me in my window. You're not going to like what you fucking see. Eat my fucking asshole. I love it. I'm racist. I was listening to black gospel music for 2 fucking days. I like black people. God damn you. I don't see you with any fucking black friends. Asshole. I have black friends. I do comedy. I can't avoid fucking black people in comedy. So I make friends with them. I'm the opposite of you fuckers. I actually go out into the world and interact with other races. And fucking, you don't do shit. God damn you. You sit in your fucking condo that mommy and daddy bought, and you tinker with your fucking stupid motorcycle, and then I hear you in there bragging about how loud your motorcycle is. Bitch, I'll fucking kill you. All right? Eat my asshole. By the way, I'm not really going to kill you. It's a comedy show. I'm joking. Dumb fucks. It blows my fucking mind. It's staggering to me that they look at my Twitter and get angry. You think any of this is real? Are you fucking for real? Do you think I really just sit around thinking about Eddie Vedder all the time? I'm writing jokes, dipshit.
Right.
These are jokes, okay? Get out of here. Dude, you'd be surprised how many people have zero sense of humor. It shocks me sometimes because, I mean, in real life, I have to suppress my humor all the time because people just don't get jokes. Even when you're making fun of yourself, they don't pick up on it. I hate this fucking shit. I'm tired of being surrounded by fucking stupid people, fucking retards, dumb fucking retards. I can't understand why this idiot doesn't have a job. Is just sitting around all day talking, calling congressmen. Read a fucking book. Read the people's history of the United States of America so you at least can back up your lame opinions, which are fake. Fucking retards. Read a goddamn book. Stop calling my congressman, you idiot. What is the point of ranting at someone's receptionist? What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
What is your problem? You're just wasting this guy's time.
That dude's like, dude, I just work here. I don't care.
He doesn't give a fuck. In fact, the funniest thing he said was, "Are you implying I'm a fascist?" That's cool. I like that. That was funny.
Do you want to see the last 23 seconds of this?
Let's go for it. Whatever.
All right.
Fascist regime and go to prison when this fascist regime fails, or are you going to quit?
I think he did.
I'm going to take it as you're going to continue working for the fascist regime. Have a fucking terrible day, you fucking fascist piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, he had already hung up. But he doesn't care. That was all about making a video for his 10 friends to like on Discord or whatever the fuck, or Reddit, whatever dumb fucking place he goes to talk about how to how to make his butthole accept bigger cucumbers or whatever the fuck they talk about. Stuff like Reddit. Dude, Reddit is the worst thing I've ever seen because I try, you have to have a certain amount of karma in order to post on Reddit. And so I try to post on it to keep my karma up because I want to post about our podcast in the future if we ever have guests and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to promote it somewhere.
Right.
And God, dude, it is so fucking hard. It is so hard because they are so unpleasant. I think everyone on Reddit has autism. It doesn't know. It's like basically Reddit is like Wub. Reddit is like a whole bunch of wubs. It reminds me so much of hanging around Wub, where he would constantly correct me, and I'd be like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Why am I listening to an unemployed guy tell me about anything? You don't fucking know shit about shit." Like, just so we're all on the same page here, Wub, you are unemployed and you are married to a black woman. So why do I care what you think?
Yeah.
Are we on the same page here? Are we in the same reality? Have I left this reality and experienced a new reality? No, you're a fucking loser by anyone's metric, and I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. And that's what I feel about Reddit. So all these know-it-alls correcting you. I love it because, like, I'll give you an example. There's a Reddit subreddit called Crappy Music or something, which I kind of look at and laugh at some of these videos that people make on TikTok of themselves singing their dumb songs. And somebody posted the classic. There's a classic video of John Lennon, Chuck Berry, and Yoko Ono jamming with the band live on TV. Right. And of course, Yoko Ono's doing the thing. And then Chuck Berry looks so irritated and incensed, and he wants to hit her with the guitar so bad. And you can tell that fucking John Lennon is so embarrassed because Chuck Berry's his fucking hero, and he's being embarrassed by his woman. Chuck Berry would never let his woman sing. I can assure you that. He would slap her around and videotape himself shitting on her, but he would never ever let her sing. But anyway, so I posted. I said a classic. I can't believe this has never been posted here before. I got downvoted by like 15 people because I didn't know it had been posted before. And then some guy jumps in. I can't even believe this, actually, how petty they are. Because I don't fucking read Reddit every day. I have a life. Yeah. I go outside and shit those days. But anyway, so I wrote, some guy jumps in after all these downvotes and he goes, well, actually. That's what Reddit should be called. It should be called Well, meme? Actually.
He did the meme.
They all do the meme. Nerds always do the meme. They're all it's like the Big Bang Theory, dude, except in real life. These guys are like the Big Bang Theory. So the one guy's, well, actually, this gets posted here like 2 times a week. And then I responded, well, you seem like a fun guy. I bet you get invited to a lot of parties. That got downvoted by like 25 people. And then some other guy jumped in and he goes, I didn't think you said anything rude. And he was too nice to say that you're an imbecile, but I'm not. You're an imbecile. To which I responded, he never did respond to this. I probably got blocked from the fucking Crappy Music subreddit for what I said. I said, I'm an imbecile because I don't look at this subreddit every day. You and your friend are fucking losers. You really are a fucking loser if you sit and look at Reddit every fucking day.
I know.
Get a clue, dude. Get a goddamn life.
Right.
I hate Reddit. Reddit's full of Antifa type people. Oh, and the worst Reddit of all time is the New Orleans Reddit. It's so frustrating because I want to like keep tabs on my hometown area. I want to see what's going on in New Orleans. I miss New Orleans. It's a great city. I love it. But I moved away because of the people. The people fucking suck. They're shitheads. They're a bunch of liberal fuckheads. And they're so arrogant. They do this stuff where like they'll take a picture of these people that go into the French Quarter and protest for Christianity or whatever. They're, whatever. They never bothered me. I just see them all the time. I actually think they're kind of cool. Like, at least they care. They care enough about me to try to convince me not to go to fucking hell when I die. And they'll take pictures of these guys and then write a bunch of nasty shit about how these people should be killed. We should go over there and throw eggs at them. And this is what I love is they're calling other people fascists when they're the biggest fascists of all. Freedom of fucking religion is in our fucking Constitution. So they can go out and scream about their dumb fucking religion all they want, and so can the Hare Krishnas and who the fuck ever. And that's the fucking brilliance of this is the genius of being in fucking America.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fucking ruining the American experience, you cocksucking dick lickers. Bunch of dick licking faggots. Like, I give a flying fuck if these faggots don't like me. If you don't like me, leave me alone. Why the hell would you want to watch video footage of a guy you hate? You need to explain your rationality here. I don't do anything illegal, by the way. What do you think I'm doing over here? You want videotapes of me listening to Grantley Buffalo in my underwear? I just don't understand what's wrong with you. You need to explain this to me. Like, yeah, oh man, we're going to get this guy. He's playing Christmas music in September. We're going to fucking get a video of it and send it to the HOA. You laugh, but it happened today. It happened yesterday. Yeah, dude, they get so mad if I'm just listening to this Christmas music. And this is something that I want to really talk about for a second because the Antifa's listening. They're listening for fucking sure they are. They were stalking me, so of course they're listening to this right now. When we have an episode where there's only 15 listeners, it's like 5 of my ex-girlfriends in Antifa, and then like 5 actual fans.
Yeah.
That always makes me crack up when I look at the numbers. But anyway, my stereo is inside my house, okay? It's inside my house. You're outside in the alleyway in a public space making noise. So when you're outside making noise, I'm going to turn on my stereo. And I repeat, it's inside my house. It's the fucking speakers are pointed at me because I'm listening to the fucking music.
Right.
So I'm so sorry that in the background you hear Frank Sinatra sing Silent Night and you have to think about Jesus Christ for 10 seconds. Ooh, what a bummer for you. But you know what I don't want to listen to? Your power washer. I don't listen to 4 hours of you fucking washing cars. I'm going to listen to Frank Sinatra instead. And if you don't like it, you can lump it. You can either move the fuck out. And by the way, it's illegal, according to our fucking homeowners association, to wash your car in the alleyway. So stop. Stop doing this goddamn faggot shit, and I won't be playing any music inside my house, which I own. And you have no fucking right to tell me what I could do inside my motherfucking house. It doesn't affect you. Put on some fucking headphones if you don't want to listen to fucking Christmas music in the middle of September. Because nigger, I meant to say nigga. I don't know if you should edit that part out or not, because that was a total Freudian slip.
Anyway, I don't know. It was funny to me.
Anyway, nigga. None of these people are black. These are obviously all a bunch of white fuckers that I'm talking about.
Right.
Anyway, no more hard art. Nigga, you can fuck off if you don't like my taste in music. I have great taste in music. Are you kidding me? I've had my writing published about music. People know that I know the fucking score. God damn you.
Yeah. do you feel better now?
No, I'm never going to feel better until they move the fuck out. And then I'll just have to deal with some new neighbors that are, that are some other ethnicity instead. Yeah. It's so funny because even here, when white people move in, it's still a fucking nightmare. Well, first of all, I know they're not white. They're obviously Jewish. They're in Antifa. I mean, get real. Who else is in Antifa?
Mostly, like kids from trust fund kids. Most, I assume, at least here.
They're all rich kids, dude. They're all rich kids. No one else has time to waste on that. It's the same with the baby. I mean, back in the day with the baby boomers, those hippies were all rich kids, except Charlie Manson, of course. He had to do crime to get money, but they were all fucking. All those baby boomer hippies were fucking rich kids. That's all. So I remember when I was a kid, I had to do a report. This is like the 8th grade or something. When I first got into music, I had to do a report about my dad because he was a baby boomer, and like, I was supposed to interview him and ask him, what stuff he did in the 60s. So we're learning about the 60s, and I asked my dad, and I'll never forget this. I asked my dad if he went to Woodstock. He said, "What are you, fucking stupid?" Of course I didn't go to fucking Woodstock. I thought it was actually really charming because the reality is 75% of the country was not a hippie, and they just went to work. They didn't go to fucking Woodstock. They went to their job. But anyway, I remember he told me the only band he'd ever seen in the concert in the 60s was the Fifth Dimension, which no one knows who this band is, but you should look him up and laugh at how lame my dad was. That he's the only, he didn't go to Woodstock. He didn't listen to the Doors. He was listening to fucking the Fifth Dimension.
Right.
In fact, I was just thinking when I was a teenager, when I was 13, I remember we used to go to Sam's Club. That's what we had instead of Costco. And they had the Who box set. It's called 25 Years of Maximum Rock and Roll, which I still own and love. I love that. But I remember my dad bought it for me, but he had no connection to that record. He didn't have any or that band. He had zero connection to the Who. And obviously, I love the Who. Oh, my Who poster is no longer visible. Oh, well, I have a Who poster over here because Quadrophenia is one of my favorite albums.
Oh, okay.
Which I highly recommend to everybody.
Yeah.
But anyway, my dad was super lame. That's all. Dude, my dad was so lame. He didn't listen to any grunge. He didn't listen to the Screaming Trees.
You know what he listened to? Whatever was playing in the casinos.
Absolutely. He listened to a lot of TLC's No Scrubs. Because I've spent a lot of time in casinos, obviously, in my life, although I've never gambled. But I've spent a lot of time in casinos, and they always play music that's for cheating, down low music. No Scrubs gets played a lot. I'm not joking around. Because they can't play they can't play like money, that's what I want, because everybody just lost their house and shit. It has to be about fucking, because that's what people are doing when they're not gambling. They're fucking or drinking. It's funny, they never play country music in these casinos, which they should. It should be exclusively country music, I think, because that's the kind of rube that goes in there. The kind of rube that listens to country music is also going to be like, well, I would have put my paycheck into this fucking machine. My dad actually had a pretty good sense of humor about himself. I always shit on him, but he was a pretty funny guy. Obviously, he was a funny guy. Remember one time we were watching The Simpsons, and there's an episode which is eerily similar to my life, my childhood, I guess, my adolescence, where Marge becomes a slot machine junkie, and and I can't remember what the term was that Homer used. I think he said, what was it?
I don't know. I don't remember that. I remember the episode, but I don't remember the episode. A lot of the
I think the phrase he used was slot jockey.
Oh,
and so Bart said, "Where's Mom?" And Homer says, "Well, she has a new career now as a slot jockey." And then my dad and I were watching this. I turned to him and I said, "Hey, Dad, you work with Marge Simpson." And he actually laughed. He laughed and he goes, "Good one."
That's good though.
No, thank God. Thank God this guy had a great sense of humor, because it's the only reason I'm not a complete psychopath as an adult, because I actually do take jokes pretty well. I don't get too offended very often when people rib me. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you think. So if you say something funny, I will laugh at it. I can't help it. So
right.
So go do your best, do your worst, fuckers. I dare you. Come get me.
Hopefully you do well enough to end up in a stadium.
Ooh.
I don't know. I was trying to
pull by the way, Chris,
back.
No, I got you. I get you. No, I like that. That's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
but
in the business.
dude, I don't even like seeing bands play in stadiums. I saw Pearl Jam, and I saw them at Tad Gormley Stadium, which is where the Beatles played. And although it was an interesting experience, because there's no roof on Tad Gormley, and so there was a torrential downpour, and everyone from my high school went. So I saw all of my fucking high school crushes basically at a wet t-shirt contest. That shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that shit.
Cool.
I'll never forget that shit because the Ramones opened up. I was so lucky to get to see the Ramones. And the guy I was sitting with was a guy named Russell Selva. Russell Selva, where are you? Please contact me. But Russell Selva fell asleep during the Ramones.
What?
I couldn't believe it. He slept through their entire set. The Ramones are a very loud band, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good show. Well, it wasn't a good show. And then I remember like Eddie Vedder threw up on stage or something like that. And they played Maggot Brain. That was a great show. That was a cool show to see when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Maggot Brain. That's how I heard about Maggot Brain from fucking Pearl Jam. That's not bad. It's like the one cool thing they did for me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Pearl Jam because some dude was making fun of me on Twitter for listening to Pearl Jam. But it's like, listen, dude, I was a teenager and that's what was fucking popular at the time. And Nirvana didn't exist anymore. If Nirvana hadn't gone away, I never would have listened to Pearl Jam. I hated them at first when they first came out. I hated them so much.
Yeah, I never got it. I never was into them. I love Nirvana. They were cool, but I never understood.
Yeah, Nirvana's endlessly cool. They're the only rock stars that we had from that era. Like genuine rock stars that said, I'm not going to the Emmys. Oh, I want to tell you a funny Nirvana story I was thinking about.
Okay.
Because the problem with Nirvana is people do not get Kurt Cobain's sense of humor. They think he's this dark guy because he died tragically, but he was really fucking funny. And for the 1992 Video Music Awards, Nirvana won, I think, 2 awards. And so for the first award, they didn't even go to the stage. Instead, they sent up a Michael Jackson impersonator and a cop. The fact that they sent a cop up makes me laugh so fucking hard. Yeah. But so the Michael Jackson impersonator accepts the award. He says, I accept this award on behalf of Nirvana, and I would also like to declare that I am no longer the king of pop, but now I am the king of grunge. No laughter. No one laughed. That joke bombed so hard that Kurt Cobain went up and accepted the next award himself. But that's the funniest shit to me. Dude, a Michael Jackson impersonator and a cop. How punk rock is that? What a big fuck you to everybody.
Oh, man. That is good, though. I feel like that's a good story to end on because, but
I'm not done yet.
You're not done?
No, I'll never be done. I just got started. I felt like the first 20 minutes I was in the pocket, and then when I started ranting and raving and unintentionally saying and then unintentionally calling an Antifa member a nigger. That's what I think of them, though. They're the true niggers. I don't think black people are niggers at all. I think that fucking Antifa are rich white kids who just sit at home playing video games are niggers. I'm sorry, you are. That's the definition of such a term.
Yeah.
You are. You are niggers. Get a fucking clue. Get a goddamn job. Get a purpose in your life. That's what I want to say. Even if I had a bunch of money, it's still good to have a fucking purpose. That's the whole point of this podcast. It gives us something to fucking do when we're not so I'm not out. We're recording this podcast, so I'm not outside drinking in public or something. You gotta have purpose in your life. You need a fucking job. Even if you have money, you need a fucking job. You have to have a place to go. You have to have a reason to be. Otherwise, you just become a bitter, hateful freak calling congressmen.
Yeah,
because you had nothing else to do.
I would never do that in a million years. I don't care how mad I was about anything. How about
just being naive? What do you think? Donald Trump's going to get the message? Or what are you thinking? Oh, well, because the guy even said, he's like, why are you calling the congressman? Why don't you call the White House?
Yeah.
Because you could call the White House and get ignored there, too. You're going to get ignored no matter where you call. Get a fucking clue, people. By the way, I need to say this. All these recent shootings have been Antifa, the school shootings. They're all trans. They keep fucking covering this up. It's bullshit. They're all trans. Yeah. They're all fucking trans. They've all been trans, and quite frankly, a lot of them have been Jewish. First school shooters, Dylan Klebold, Jewish.
I didn't
know. So where
are
all these straight white males that you claim are doing this? Straight white males. I don't believe straight white males are Jewish. Not to my knowledge. So straight white males don't dress as women either, or have a fucking girl, or have a boyfriend that's a girlfriend. Yeah. That's just not reality. And I also wanted to say one thing about that Antifa shit real quick. I love that they keep bringing up all of a sudden the Epstein files. They ignored the living fucking shit about it. They ignored the living shit out of it for the fucking 4 or 5 fucking years that they were in power. And now all of a sudden they want the Epstein files released. I got news for you folks. Biden's in them too. It's not just Trump. It's all of them, you dumb fucks. Yeah. That's why they don't answer your fucking call when you call them at the congressman's office. They're too busy fucking your son. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? Do you guys get this? They're all in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. This is all a big fat fucking distraction from the Epstein files, of which they're all in it. Kathy Griffin and Courtney Love were mentioned in it. You don't think Joe Biden was mentioned in this fucking shit?
Yeah.
Get real. Get a fucking clue. I don't understand it. And what do you think when they release the files that they'll just black out the Bidens and stuff? No, they're all, I mean, well, they're going to black out everyone's names. It doesn't matter. They don't have anyone to throw under the bus. Harvey Weinstein was their sacrificial lamb.
Right.
This is just a joke. Obviously, we should release the Epstein files, but get a clue, guys. It's not going to fucking happen. So just get get over it.
Yeah.
And you should have been yelling this shit 5 fucking years ago when the story no, it broke in like 2017. What are you guys doing?
They didn't care.
What have you been doing?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. That, you know, Bill Clinton and Hillary were all over that fucking shit. What are you doing? All your fucking buddies, all your heroes, including Obama, they were all in that shit. Just let it go. I wish I could say to these people, to everyone, this is what we'll leave on, I guess.
Okay.
Guys, just let it go. It doesn't matter. You can't fix anything. You definitely can't fix the world, and everyone that's in charge is a power-hungry kid fucker. All of them. All your priests, all your clergymen, all your rabbis. You hearing me here? All of them. Your teachers, any fucking weirdo that wants to hang around with strangers' kids probably wants to fuck them. Okay. Right. Did you notice I've never coached Little League? You want to know why? There's no fucking grown women there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Little League. Yeah. Hang around other people's children. Get the fuck out of here. No. All of them are monsters. Every cop is a monster. They're all monsters. Any motherfucker that wants to have power over a stranger is a monster, and they should be hated. And you should avoid it being around them at all fucking costs. Right. That includes politicians, clergymen, podcasters.
Here's my suggestion. Don't try to change the larger world. You can't. But you know what you can do is clean your room and get a couple cats. And that's what I'm doing.
Well, fuck that. You can't change the world, but you can change yourself. Yes. That's what I'm going to say. So you should do that. And you can do that by cleaning your room and getting a cat. Yeah. Actually, getting a cat will change your life. And I agree that cleaning your room is good, because whenever I have clutter, like stuff on the ground, like there is stuff on the ground here. I have a big pile of books and stuff over here. It's very depressing. It's destabilizing or something. I don't really even understand the psychology behind it. But yeah, you need to clean up after yourselves, pigs. And I'm saying this to myself because I'm a turbo pig. Oink, oink.
Well, okay. And on that note, I will say have a good weekend and have a good rest of the week, everybody. Thank you so much, and goodbye.